Samson was an interesting guy. He was born into the vow of the Nazirite, which meant he was set apart for the work of the Lord. Judges 13:25 says, "The Spirit of the Lord began to move him at times in the camp of Dan." There, in the camp of Dan, Samson found himself at a crossroad. My name is Tom Miller, pastor of Central Assembly in Superior, Wisconsin. This is Fuel for the Fire, volume 800. And maybe, like Samson, you find yourself at a crossroad in the camp of Dan. Many of us have stood at that crossroad. It's the place where the world and ministry intersect. This is the place where our life of faith and our other life overlap. It's the place where two worlds collide. It's our camp of Dan. This is where Samson found himself in Judges 13. The Spirit was moving him, but he was pulled in other directions too. Maybe you've been there. God is moving in your heart, but there's another side to your life. There are places you would prefer not to contemplate the things of God. There are parts of your heart, chunks of your routine you would still rather keep inaccessible to the move of the Spirit. This is where many drop out or plateau. Something has to give when the Spirit of the Lord confronts you at the crossroads in the camp of Dan. One of three things will inevitably happen with our two worlds on a collision course. Number one, you will drift away. Not deciding to go deeper into the things of God is a decision too. You don't stay where you're at, you drift away. Second, you'll become good at compartmentalizing. One of these worlds has to die, or you will work really hard to keep them separate. And you know you're compartmentalizing when you tell lots of lies and keep lots of secrets. You have two worlds coexisting without intersecting. The third possibility is you will totally and wholeheartedly sell out to Jesus. One of these three things will happen at the crossroads in the camp of Dan. You will drift away, begin to compartmentalize, or go all in. That's the way I see it. And that's a little fuel for the fire. And remember, I love you guys.